WWE Raw might have been actually one of the best Raws of this week. I would say the first week of Raw was better, but we're just gonna make our Raw reviews in the morning instead of the night because I have to go do stuff later. So let's do this. So we have Randy Orton and Gunther and attack from Kaiser, but we're gonna save that for last. But Randy Orton's like, Gunther's like, come on, stop chanting USA and respect this man. With the RKO, he's probably gonna pop an RKO on me tonight, is he? So, after I beat him at Bash in Berlin, because I can do moves out of nowhere too. After I beat him at Bash in Berlin, and he said something else. It's like, after I beat him at Bash in Berlin, I will. If I beat him at Bash in Berlin, I will, and I'll still be your world heavyweight champion. And Randy's like, I have big boots, about 2 feet, 15 feet wide and 2 inches, and I'm gonna shove it up your ass. Because I'm shoving up your ass. Because there is and Kaiser gets involved and stuff. And Gunther's like, yeah, you're gonna hit a move on me out of nowhere, huh? Well, I can do that too. And I guess, I don't know if he said that really. But, Kaiser comes in, punches Randy Orton, and then Randy Orton punches him, clotheslines him to the outside, off the ropes, and then Gunther comes in and punches him. But then Kaiser's a chop block to the leg of Randy Orton, which is probably like the bad knee of Randy Orton through the whole night, basically. But then, then Gunther, then hits a clothesline on Randy Orton, solidifying that he is nothing and not a man to be messed with. And then, after that, we had like this hockey rivalry between CM Punk and stuff. So it's just like, Gunther, you have this thing between CM Punk, sorry, just my mind, and Roberto Langaro, whatever his name was, I don't know, but like, he, him and CM Punk, basically are just like, like cheering for him that his name's on the trophy, the hockey trophy, and all that stuff. And they talked about Drew McIntyre. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna break Drew McIntyre. I'm gonna go come up to McIntyre and break Drew McIntyre. And then she asked a word with him, like, are you planning on getting in the ring and kind of like punching somebody or something, because they're in Florida, obviously. And he's like, I wouldn't mind doing it, but my brother over there, he's vicious and he'll do it. And she's like, yeah, he looks more tougher than you. And he's like, what? She's like, nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. And yeah. And then she's like, thanks for talking to us, Roberto Longo. And he's like, thanks. So, yeah. Then we had Sheamus versus Pete Dunne. Okay. This match, was amazing. Pete Dunne doing 10 beats to the chest of Sheamus, only for him to realize he's on the apron with Sheamus, and Sheamus is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then he gets him on the ropes. This is this new style of beat to the chest. And there's 10 more beats to the chest to Pete Dunne, which is 20 beats to the chest. And then Sheamus, his whole hand gets locked in to the turnbuckle pad. And Pete Dunne just does a big boot to the hand of Sheamus on the turnbuckle pad. And then Sheamus just rips the turnbuckle pad. And then there's a broad kick to Pete Dunne to pick up the victory. 1, 2, 3. And your winner is Sheamus. And then, next clip is, Braun Breaker and just reviewing his dominance overall and stuff through NXT, being dominant NXT champion, to dominating on SmackDown, to going to Raw, then dominating on Raw, and then beating Sami Zayn at SummerSlam, didn't beat Sami Zayn at Money in the Bank, but then beating Sami Zayn at SummerSlam for the Intercontinental Championship. And he said, this championship needs me. He's like, this championship, what is it? He said, this championship needs me. This championship is mine. And he's like, roar, roar. It was fun. But yeah, that was said. Then, Ivy Nile was going to have a match with Maxine Dupree until, she gets Maxine Dupree in the ring, but they punch each other. No Maxine on the outside, and she gets her in the ring. The lights go out. People are cheering. I'm cheering. I'm like, that and stuff. And it's just amazing how this all comes settled, because then, we have Nikki Cross. She attacks Ivy Nile as, they're getting blocked by American Made, which is Chad Gable and the Creed brothers and Julius Creed and Brutus Creed. But, and then Julius Creed, gets slammed by Eric Rowan. And then Joe Gacy gets, Brutus Creed out of the ring. It's basically solidify that, Chad Gable's the only one there, and he's cornered by the whole Wyatt Six. Joe Gacy, Dexter Lumis, Nikki Cross, Eric Rowan, Uncle Howdy, which is Bo Dallas. And basically, Bo Dallas, aka Uncle Howdy, does a Sister Abigail to Chad Gable, and people are chanting one more time, because that got a massive pop. But yeah, that happened, and yeah. Then we have Odyssey Jones and the New Day and Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston versus the Final Testament and AOP and Paul Ellering was outside and stuff, but not going to really get into that antics and stuff. But basically it's just an AOP in what's the name? I don't know. I'm just gonna call him AOP in this match. Oh yeah, what is it? I keep forgetting the name for some reason. It's just inaugurally in my head. Oh, Akam and Razar, and then you have Karrion Kross. Scarlett's I think also outside. I think for Karrion Kross. I don't know, but the match was amazing. We had I gotta point this out. We had Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston wearing their Ninja Turtles attire, which was just amazing detail. Kofi Kingston as Michelangelo, and then you had Xavier Woods as Donatello. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. But yeah, through the show, we had Xavier Woods get beat down by Karrion Kross, get backbreaker by Karrion Kross, side backbreaker, Kofi Kingston. I think Kofi Kingston got Akam into the shoulder first on the post, and then tagged Odyssey Jones. But he tagged Odyssey Jones and not Xavier Woods, so that kind of made Xavier Woods a little bit angry, I would say. But it is what it is, and if it made him a little angry, it's okay, because we have to move on with the match, because Odyssey Jones just double clotheslines AOP, literally, then, Xavier Woods gets jealous, because, Kofi Kingston hit the Trouble in Paradise on one of the AOP members, but Xavier Woods does an elbow drop to one of the AOP members, but then he gets slammed. Uranagi's slammed by one of the AOP members, or just, slammed in general. But then, Odyssey Jones comes in, and it does a slam, this twirling or twisting slam, whatever you call it, to Akam Razar, and pins him 1, 2, 3. And your winner is Odyssey Jones, the New Day, and Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston. So, yeah. Then, confirmed, Bash in Berlin, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre at Bash in Berlin in a strap match. Yup, I said it here. In a strap match, it'll be CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Now, as I say, Drew McIntyre. He's like, no, I'm just thinking of how to break you at Bash, but yeah, I accept the strap match at Bash in Berlin. And CM Punk's like, how about I trade you for the strap for my bracelet? And, Drew looks at it. He's like, nah, you're a liar. I think April and Luke, whatever his dog's name is safe with Drew McIntyre. And CM Punk's like, well, we could give him a little bit of a... Drew's like, yeah, so let's give him a little... Because it's been a week since I beat you, so how about we give him a little preview right here, right now? And then CM Punk's like, I could give him a little preview right here, right now. But... it's not you that's going to be attached to me. It's not me that's going to be attached to you. It's going to be you that's attached to me. And yeah, that's what CM Punk said. So, yeah. Then we have Big Bronson Reed versus The Miz. Now, The Miz tried to do his skull-crushing finale in the match, where he hit Bronson Reed in the gut with the steel chair. He kicked him in an announce desk, not announce desk, but in a table in the corner. But then, Bronson Reed is Bronson Reed, so he's going to do whatever Bronson Reed's going to do to solidify himself. Obviously, he tries to do Death Valley Driver through the table, but then he fails the first time, gets kicked in the announce desk, and then he just clotheslines the heck out of The Miz, and then literally just gets The Miz in the Death Valley Driver to The Miz through the table in the corner, drags him, tsunami splash to The Miz, 1, 2, and then 3, and then your winner is Bronson Reed, but then he wants to do more damage to The Miz. He wants to do another tsunami splash to The Miz. But then, guess who comes out? Braun Strowman. That is one big stove, as Pat McAfee says. And he couldn't be more wrong, because then he gets in the ring and he stares at Big Bronson Reed. And Bronson Reed staring at him. And he's like... yeah. Oh my god, Judgment Day. Forgot about the Judgment Day. Judgment Day, come out. But, as Rhea Ripley, is getting off the announce desk, setting it off, dusting it off a little bit. And then Damien gives her Dominic, and she tries to do a riptide to Dominic through the announce desk, but guess who's there? Liv Morgan, and she hits Rhea Ripley with a steel chair in the back, and then just starts punching Rhea on the announce desk. As the new Judgment Day is going in, getting Damien in the corner, punching him, locking him in the ropes, choking him in the ropes, having a headlock on him on the ropes. And then Liv just gets Rhea's bad shoulder that she has, that she probably injured at SummerSlam, and basically gets it into the post, and then gets her into the steps, and then, gets her in her other shoulder in the post again, her bad shoulder in the post again, and then, gets Rhea over the announce desk, and then literally, as they're doing that, Finn does a coup de grace to Damian Priest, and then has Liv do a Oblivion to Rhea Ripley. Now, that's gotta hurt Rhea Ripley, right? So then, that means Dominic's going to the top and doing a frog splash to Damian Priest, adding more damage to the Terror Twins and Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. So then they're holding Damian Priest, and Judgment Day beats down the Terror Twins like nothing before seen. So, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah. And then raise their arms up high like this. And yeah. Then we have Bronson Reed, he's like, I am the bully here. I am the bully. It's Braun Strowman next week. You're looking at the bully right here, and he's gonna bully you. End of interview. But yeah, that's what Braun Strowman had to say. And then we had this segment between Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Karrion Kross is like, so how about I get a van and run it through Xavier Woods' living room? And then, Scarlett's like, don't do that. Just think about it. Just leave it alone. You think about it. You've beat a former King of the Ring winner. You've beat a former world champion. You've beat. AOP has beat one of the best tag team champions out there. Just think about it. Just think about it. It's like a rotten egg boiling literally slowly. Just play things how they're supposed to. I'll get the right result with time. Because all these eggs are in your head. Just think of them as rotten eggs, slowly dissolving. And Karrion Kross is like, I love the way you think. Now I feel better now. And then, gets in the groove. No, I'm just kidding. He's like, walks to Scarlett and yeah. Then we have, I guess, a women's triple threat tag team match between Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, which are the women's tag team champions, going into this match. Then we have Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark versus Io Sky and Kairi Sane, which this match was amazing. I thought it was going to be like a big slop knocker, but it wasn't. It was actually a great match, and Io Sky does this dive or crossbody, but before that, Kairi Sane is like this rolling thing on the outside to Zoe and Shayna. But then Io Sky does this huge crossbody right to the outside, right to the Witches, Alba Fire, and Isla Dawn. And then how do I put it? They come out and they do what they gotta do because, Shayna to end the match was amazing, Io did a double drop kick to Zoe and Shayna out of the outside, or no, it was the Witches, double drop kick to the Witches, and then, they did a double superplex. Kairi Sane and Io's got a double superplex to, I think, Isla Dawn, which then they got out of the ring, and then Shayna did a Karafuda clutch. Yeah, because they're called the Parafusion Collective, which is just a random ass name, to be honest. But she has a Karafuda clutch right to Kairi Sane, which then Kairi Sane gets out of it, tries doing an insane elbow, doesn't, then she catches her in a Karafuda clutch again, which then leaves Isla Dawn to just do a code breaker to the back of Shayna Baszler, and then then Alba Fire gets to the top rope and does a swanton to Kairi Sane and Shayna, which then she pins Shayna 1, 2, 3, and your winners are the Witches, Alba Fire, and Isla Dawn. And your winners, and still your women's tag team champions, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, the Witches. And then we have our final and our main event match of the night. Randy Orton versus Ludwig Kaiser. And, Kaiser, did a couple chops. Randy felt those chops. Not gonna lie, he felt those chops. But, there was one part where he chopped the hell. Ooh, that's great. He chopped the hell out of what's his name? Ludwig Kaiser, yeah. And then he literally, Randy, he gets Randy in the steps. There's a drop kick to the leg of Randy on the steps, which is insane. Then, Ludwig Kaiser gets superplexed by Randy, and to end the match, people are chanting RKO, RKO, which then he does the vintage DDT to Kaiser, and then because Gunther was in the match, watching ringside with the World Heavyweight Championship around his waist, obviously. But, as, basically, Randy then does an RKO to Kaiser to pick up the victory. 1, 2, 3. Kaiser did do a Simple Segura in the match to Randy, but then he kicked out. But yeah, RKO to Ludwig Kaiser. 1, 2, 3. He did do the body slam to power slam to Kaiser. Then he did the vintage GT and then the RKO to Ludwig Kaiser. Okay, get that settled. Sorry. RKO to Kaiser to pick up the victory. 1, 2, 3. And your winner is Randy Orton. But then after the match, Gunther just gets in the ring, no hesitation, and just starts punching Randy. Randy's punching him, right? They're going blow for blow. And then Randy all of a sudden gets these little 2 fingies out and just goes, sing, right to the eyes, right to the eyeballs, boom. Right to the eyeballs of Gunther, and then that's it. They leave us off on a cliffhanger. But yeah. That is your guys' Monday Night Raw from Florida. Friday, SmackDown will be in Washington, D.C., my hometown. I don't know if I'm going to go to it or not. I might go to it, might not. We'll see, depending. And I might film a vlog there. You might do that. But, yeah. I watched that. That's your Monday Night Raw today. Or for Monday, August 19th edition of Monday Night Raw. But yeah, it's from Florida, That's where the hockey goes, and yeah, that's your guys' Monday Night Raw. I hope you guys enjoyed it very much. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And what do we say? Yeet.